The doctors later told us that Bella was incompatible with life and to prepare to let go. They said even if she did survive, her disabilities would be so severe that Bella would not have a life worth living. We didn't let go.
Rick Santorum at the GOP convention in 2012, celebrating his youngest daughter, Bella, born with a rare genetic condition called trisomy 18, a condition that takes the life of most children born with it before their first birthday. At his most raw and emotional, even Santorum confessed to losing hope.
I decided that the best thing I could do was to treat her differently, to not love her like I did, because it wouldn't hurt as much if I lost her.
Bella beat the odds. She's 6 now, and in their new book, Bella's Gift, Rick and Karen Santorum share the trials and joys of that journey, an intimate and inspiring look at a family's loving struggle and a strong little girl's remarkable survival. And Rick and Karen Santorum join us now. It's a remarkable book, a remarkable girl. Bella's 3 weeks from her 7th birthday?
3 months.
3 months.
3 months. How's she doing?
Thank you, George. She's doing great. She's been just really healthy and stable and just a real joy to our family.
What's kind of amazing about this book is how honest, how open, how emotional you both are. Rick, I guess we met a few months back, and I was amazed to hear that you hadn't even read Karen's chapters. You were each writing a chapter one by one. You hadn't even read them until, what, just a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, and the reason was I wanted to write because I thought the great thing about this book is that it gives two perspectives. It gives her perspective as a mom, as the fighter, as the person who was going to do everything, and my perspective as sort of the dad who was trying to manage everything. And as you heard, I found myself trying to be a little detached, and it was
that was an amazing moment in the campaign. But you bring us inside your home as you write about that moment in the book. You actually say you were stunned and deeply hurt by that confession.
I was, because it could be misinterpreted as if Rick didn't love Bella, when in fact he did love Bella. But because we had lost a baby years before, he was so afraid of that hurt again and having to revisit that.
And this also becomes, I guess, a portrait of a marriage. You're both grounded in faith and love, but you're strong-willed people with real emotions and real differences about how to deal with this.
I think moms and dads, handle things differently, and you look at the high percentage of divorce among parents who have disabled children, and it's one of the reasons it motivated us to write this, to give people a real inside look. This isn't easy, but it's a great gift. These kids are a gift, and every life is worth it.
And that's so important. Robin Roberts, in her book about her struggle, also is very open about the real emotions that bubbled up in her life. And it does, I think it must help people to know that this is, listen, we're real. Yeah. This is not easy. Yeah. We had our differences, but we got through it.
You forgive and you get through and you heal and you move on. And these parents, this book was really written for parents who have kids with disabilities. That's why it is so transparent. And they inspire us. They're amazing. And when you talk to each and every one of these parents, the message is that every person matters.
What did you learn about the healthcare system? Because I was kind of struck by your portrait of, it seemed, at least from your telling, some fairly callous healthcare providers.
Go ahead.
There's so many wonderful doctors and nurses out there, but there are some, and I don't think it's intentional. I just think maybe it's because they don't understand a trisomy 18 diagnosis. And Bella's message, we always say Bella's a little girl with a big message, and her message is, don't look at her as a diagnosis, look at her and many other people like Bella as a person. And don't write them off just because of that diagnosis, because lethal language frequently can lead to lethal outcomes.
You also talk about how this affected your campaign and your entire family, and your campaign was a family affair last time around. You're open about the discussions you had. What's the kitchen table talk like now as you think about it again?
Well, with respect to Bella, Bella is doing so much better. She's on a great routine right now, and she's doing really, really, really well. So it's frankly not as big a concern for us this time around as last time. But, you know, we have a lot of other factors to consider in making that decision. But with respect to Bella, we feel good enough to actually go out and tell the story and put a book out there with a lot of confidence.
And a lot of people are going to get a lot out of it.
Thank you.
Rick and Karen,
Thank you,
thank you very
George.
much.